Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I have Zsiga's latest series called We All Are Kids. The world is your playground. Shake off that mask and unleash the fun with Zsiga. The artist was curious about whether there is a clear boundary between adults and children or whether there is no difference at all. She was inspired by this question when designing the figures, and hence you might find bits and pieces of your childhood in the designs that you will see today. Do you think adults are just kids who have masked their inner youthfulness? Perhaps we all are still kids but have grown up to be, quote, adults over time. Yet curiosity still stays with us and we are still our true selves at the end of the day. So without further ado, let's get to unboxing. Here is the look at the box. I think the art style is quite similar to the previous Zsiga series, which is called Let It Be. It's also this sketched work kind of design, and I think it looks really nice. Turning over, we have 12 basic designs once again, and the secret is a clown slash archery target kind of design. I'll leave a photo on the side so you guys can see. I'm not too sure what the name is. I'll add it to the screen after I find it out. But yeah, I don't really fancy that secret a lot, so I will be fine with just the normal designs today. But yeah, I think I'm really excited for some of the basic ones, like the one with the cheese trap. I think On Guard is really cute as well. Yeah, I think I'm actually quite looking forward to all the designs. It's just these two are especially cute, so yeah, I can't wait to see those. Let's go! Box number 1. Oh, I think I know which one this is. I think it's the one with the flower pot. I was right! Figure number 1 is Opening Act. Once again, I will be describing the figures based on the artist's interpretations. So for this design, there are smaller Zsigas at the bottom, so you can think of this as like the stage, and this bottom stand is the backstage. So the Zsiga on top is the MC of the show, and then these are the smaller Zsigas who are the performers for the show, and they are basically making a lot of noise, and that's why the MC Zsiga is telling them to be quiet. Based on my knowledge, I think this is the most original Zsiga hair color. She comes in many different hair colors from the past 5 sets, but this brownish maroon color is the most iconic Zsiga hair color of all of them. This design was one of the first ones to appear in those teaser photos that I saw on Instagram and on some other social media platforms, so I really have a very good impression of this one. I quite like the facial expression. She looks especially annoyed, maybe because the smaller Zsigas at the bottom are really noisy. But yeah, I really like this Victorian style kind of collar that they did for Zsiga as well. What do you guys think of this one? I think this one might not be a super favorite, but it will be a really nice piece to put in my garden. Okay, so that is figure number 1. Box number 2. This box is very heavy. Who might you be? I really can't tell. It's really round. Figure number 2 is Pretending to be Bad. The artist explained that Zsiga wasn't born with a fierce expression, and it was through tons of practice that she mastered her expression that we see today. When she was a younger self, she would practice facing her own shadow, and after a while it becomes muscle memory. Okay, so that means this small shadow, gray Zsiga here that we see is her younger self, and she's basically facing her shadow while practicing her sort of fierce expression, and that's how Zsiga kind of developed her so-called iconic scary expression that we see today. This design is very vibrant. It is quite contrasting. She is teal, her main body is teal, and she has a little rabbit backpack. It's really cute. She's also wearing this nice hat on top, and her iconic slippers over here. So for those of you guys who don't know, these slippers are actually dogs. It's a unique part of Zsiga. And this rabbit kind of reminds me of something, but I can't recall what it looks like. If any of you guys know what I'm talking about, do enlighten me in the comments. This rabbit really looks so similar to something else that I know of. Was it a chocolate or a balloon? I can't remember. But yeah, if any of you guys know what this rabbit looks like, do let me know in the comments. I am actually dying of curiosity right now. Alright, so that is figure number 2. Box number 3. Figure number 3 is Observer. The card's really nice for this one. I love the whole aesthetic of it. Zsiga is lying down and observing the world. On her 2 feet are some trees, as you can see, and one is fully grown while another has been chopped down. It represents a cycle of life, how things grow and wither over time. This story reflects the inevitability of certain outcomes, but also respecting that any outcome at the end of the day would be a good one. Okay, a very meaningful design over here. So she is placed on the table like that, and when you look from top down, she has her really big eyes looking at you with a really cute expression. So cute. I really love this expression. So she is looking at the trees, kind of like observing nature unfold itself. And on the back here, there are some words. Slowly understand the rules of life. Slowly make yourself better. And then we have that cute little smiley face that is on her face as well. Very cute. I love the green that she is wearing. And honestly, this kind of looks like a tombstone. But I would like to believe that it is just a regular stone wall. But yeah, I think this piece is really meaningful. The one thing that I'm a little bit about is that if I put it on my table like that, I can't really see Zsiga. I can only see her expression if I put it sideways like this, but she's meant to sit like that on the table. So yeah, that's just one thing that I'm a little bit it could have been nicer, but yeah, it's still a really nice design. Let me know if this one is your favorite. I really love the expression. I think in the previous series there was one design that had the same expression as well. I think on the shirt set Apostematic or something like that, but I can't really remember the name. I'll leave a photo on the side so you guys will know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that is figure number 3. Box number 4. A really small figure. Figure number 4 is Losing Control. Zsiga is attempting to mimic how she would look like if someone else tries to control her. The puppet is being controlled by some strings, as you can see on the figure, and Zsiga's gloves are the ones that are moving her around. But Zsiga cannot be controlled, and if someone attempts to restrict her, Zsiga will escape from it. Okay, so yeah, I mentioned just now that her gloves are so-called the ones controlling her, but in actual fact, Zsiga is just trying to mimic how she would look like if someone were to attempt to control her. So she's like a puppet on a string, and she is sort of in a very mischievous stature. As you can see, her hands are kind of like zombie-like, and she has her fierce expression again. Very interesting design, and one thing I like is the stand. It looks like a water ripple, and the stand comes separately, so it's not together with the body. I think the slippers are really cute as well. It looks like a little ghost, in fact. I'm not sure if you guys can see clearly. It looks like a little ghost. Yeah. And is this the first time Zsiga has blue eyes? It looks really nice on her. And you guys see? I love these kind of eye effects on figures instead of just the eye painted on. I think it makes the figures look more realistic. Yeah, I think this design is really interesting. I like how the gloves are actually controlling her, but in actual fact, she's kind of just putting on an act. Very mischievous Zsiga. Let me know if this one is your favorite. Box number 5. The top of the box is actually really cute as well. There are a lot of drawings, and then there's the brick wall. Really nice. Zsiga designs have been improving with every set. Really awesome. Oh, this is really flat. I think I know which one this is. Can you guys guess? Figure number 5 is Watch Out for the Bad Guys. This is a really cute design. So essentially, this design is telling you a story. Zsiga is playing a prank on someone else, and she pretends to lie on the cheese trap. On the mouse trap, not the cheese trap. And she places a cheese on her head, kind of to lure someone to come and help her. And you can see she actually drew the markings or the lines on her wrist and around the top of the mouse trap to make it seem like she's trapped, but in reality, when you reach your hand out to help her, you will be the one to be trapped by the mouse trap. So this story is trying to tell you to watch out for the bad guys. One interesting thing about the card is also that you can see the shadow of a mouse, and Zsiga looking really innocent over here, but in reality she is actually trying to attract the mouse to go towards the cheese trap. Really mischievous. This is a really popular design, and I can see why. I have seen some people DIY this. They placed a magnet behind and they basically transformed this design into a fridge magnet, which looks really nice. I might actually transform my one into a magnet as well, because this is quite hard to display on my stand. So yeah, why not give it another use, right? So behind says watch out for the bad guys, which in this case is Zsiga. She is the big bad guy. Okay, let me know if this one is your favorite. I think a lot of people will like this one. That is figure number 5. Box number 6. Now this one is really light. It's really small. Figure number 6 is outer form. The shell can help Zsiga hide herself from the world and also serves as a protective symbol, shielding her while she enriches herself. I think this design is pretty popular because it's kind of like a half stone Zsiga and a half real Zsiga. And one nice detail is actually on the back. Over here, it says not to hurt, but to protect. So this is actually the meaning of her spikes. For those of you guys who are unfamiliar with this IP, Zsiga's spikes on her hands and her hair are actually a form of self-protection. It's not a weapon. So these words behind here, not to hurt but to protect, they actually are talking about the function of her spikes. This is a very simple design, but it is also very abstract. I think you can understand it in many different ways. And that is the beauty of Zsiga. A lot of the artist's designs for Zsiga are really abstract. It is very open-ended and you can interpret it in many different ways. The interpretation that I gave is just but one of them. It's the official one that the artist actually mentioned. But of course, you are free to interpret it however you like. Yeah, this is a very simple design. It's not my absolute favorite, but I can see why people will like this one. Box number 7. This one's really light as well. Oh, I think I know which one this is. Ah, the one with the birdcage. Figure number 7 is shielding. Zsiga is shielding a paper crane. Can you guys see? Over here, the paper crane. So there is a saying that when you protect someone or something, you might end up hurting yourself. If that is the case, will you choose to stay and protect, or will you choose to leave? Will you be the one to keep the paper crane trapped in a cage, or be the one to give it its freedom? This Zsiga is tiny. It's really small. Can you guys tell? It's literally not even the size of my finger. It's so small, but I guess it has to be small for this design to work, because if not, the cage will have to be really big. This is a really cute design. I think it is very meaningful as well. So I guess Zsiga chose to protect the paper crane, but in doing so, she herself got trapped inside the cage. So I guess that goes back to the story that it's trying to tell, right? Which is that when you choose to protect something, you might end up getting hurt yourself. So Zsiga chose to sacrifice herself for the safety of the crane. But someone else externally might save them as well. So yeah, very cute. I think this design will be pretty popular simply because this Zsiga is so cute. She is so tiny. Oh my gosh. And I love the hair color. Very nice. Let me know what you guys think about this set so far and whether this one is your favorite. Box number 8. Figure number 8 is On Guard. This design reflects two sides of Zsiga. The one facing the front is the one where everyone sees and is on high alert, which is the one that's on guard, while the one behind is a small baby. Ta-da! We have a tiny Zsiga behind! So the one behind reflects freedom and innocence. This is a really popular design. I think because it's glow in the dark. This looks like a glow in the dark kind of material. And because it's cat eye inspired, so Zsiga has really sharp eyes, as you can see, because her pupils are probably constricted. So the artist also mentioned that she used cat eye for this one because cats usually do this sort of pose. So yeah, that was why she was inspired by that. And this design reminds me of an older design, which is this one. This is from the second series called We're So Cute, I think. Yeah, and this design was really nice, so I actually bought this as a confirmed design, and I think it matches really well with On Guard. There is also another blister design that is cat inspired as well. I think that one came with like a cat food bowl or something. I actually have that blister with me right now, but I have yet to open it, so I'll just attach a photo to the site so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yes, I think the whole selling point of this design is this tiny Zsiga on the back. Oh my gosh, so adorable. And she is actually lying down like this, seemingly under the protection of this mama cat who is Zsiga. Awesome hair. It's a gradient from a translucent white to this nice mint green. I think this design will be really fitting for Halloween as well. What do you guys think? Let me know if this one is your favorite. This was one of the ones I was looking forward to because the design is really unique. Let me know if you have the same taste as me. Box number 9. We are almost there. That's really sad because this is such a good set. I don't want it to end. Figure number 9 is Healing. By drawing on her bandages and wounds, Zsiga hopes to alleviate her pain. The rainbow drawings on the bandages and the hopscotch on top here are an attempt to make these wounds look less painful than they are. This is a very kiddie design. It's very childlike. I believe we all have seen people draw different drawings on their cast when they have fractured or broken a part of their body, and in fact I used to like to draw on my friend's cast as well, just to write some well wishes, like get well soon, or write my name, or draw some heart shapes on it. So yeah, I think this design is really relatable. But Zsiga has a very pouty expression, maybe because she is in pain from all these wounds. Oh, and she has a tiny ball behind. Can't really tell what expression oh, it's Zsiga's little face. It's the exact same expression as the one on the front. That's so cute. I never knew there was an Easter egg behind. So she has a party hat. It looks like a little tent since there is a window. I think I would like this design more if the colors were a little bit more vibrant. It looks a little bit dull, so maybe a different hair color would have been nicer. But yeah, a very interesting concept and design for this one as well. Very creative. I would not have been able to conceptualize all of these. Kudos to the artist. Thank you for designing such amazing figures for us. That is figure number 9. Box number 10. I've already gotten what I want, so I don't mind if the secret comes out, you know. Really big bag. I'm waiting for the day Zsiga has her own bag designs. Figure number 10 is Balloon Break. So this design is a zebra crossing, which symbolizes the act of stopping before it's too late. We might find it hard to say no to someone sometimes, and when such a situation happens, you can always count on Zsiga to put her foot down and say no for you. What a cute design, a very interesting backstory. So I actually saw this design in one of those teaser photos that I mentioned just now, and it looked really good. I couldn't really tell what the whole design meant, meant, but after the artist gave her explanation, it makes so much more sense now. So yes, like I mentioned before, Zsiga is a zebra crossing, and she even has a traffic cone on top, and she's holding the balloon. No, it's almost as if she is in action, sort of like how she would slide in, holding the balloon, and then very dramatically say no. It's just my imagination. That's how I imagined it would turn out, you know, if the situation calls for Zsiga to say no. Very cute design. This is actually such a lazy pose. I think it will look really nice on my speaker, simply because it's sideways and it just looks really funny. Very nice orange eyes. Love that. And she has 2 stickers on her face. One heart shape and one sparkle. Very nice. Actually think I might like this one a lot more than I think. Maybe number 3 in my list after On Guard. Let me know if this one is your favorite. Box number 11. We are still missing Walking Hazard and New Clothes. So yeah. Those 2 designs are not too bad either. So I'm excited to see them. See a little bit of orange. Figure number 11 is Walking Hazard. Zsiga has transformed into a candle holder. So when the candle reaches the end of its life and is almost finished burning, Zsiga's hand will start hurting from the dripping wax. When in such a situation, what course of action will you choose to take? If it was Zsiga, she would abandon the candles and protect herself. Are you the child of Chaka and Hirono? I think a lot of artists have been really inspired by candles recently. I have a whole row of Chakas behind. And recently, Hirono, the latest series, Shelter, there was a candle design as well. So yeah, I think candles are a really popular theme for blind box toys. Very vibrant color. Love the color combination. It's pink, yellow, and this crimson orange. Really, really nice. And as you can see, there are the melting wax on the 2 sides on Zsiga's hand, and a little candle on top of her head as well. And it looks like Zsiga is not just a candle holder, she is a candle herself, because all these wax look like they're coming from her. Yeah, you see her elbow. It's dripping wax here on both elbows. And very appropriate expression from the slipper dog. Oh, and there's the Zsiga word here. I didn't even realize that. Very nice. This is a very interesting design. Let me know if this one is your favorite. Box number 12. Very last box. Figure number 12 is New Clothes. This design symbolizes the stage in life between a child and an adult through the use of clothes. One half of Zsiga is wearing a children's clothes, which is a bear design, and the other half is wearing an office attire, which is representative of an adult life. Zsiga is stuck in between both and is being pulled both ways and seesawing in between. This seems like a design that represents the period of our lives where we are sort of emerging as an adult, but we're not fully adult yet, so we're kind of stuck in between 2 identities. That's how I would interpret it, because it's like taking on different identities or conflicting identities at one time, and it can be quite difficult to go through life at that stage. She is actually wearing her own white shirt. She's not actually wearing the clothes that were made for her. And I think this design looks really, really cute though. There are these pins that you see when you kind of alter clothes, and the scissors as well, very cute. More pins on the sides over here. And the slippers kind of reminds me of Ronald McDonald. I think he wears yellow slippers as well, right? Yeah, I think he does. Once again, she has a very pouty expression. It's almost as if she's in a situation where she's seesawing in between being a child and being an adult, and she just looks really lost. What are your thoughts on this one? I think it's once again a very interesting design, and it's very fitting to the whole theme of how we all are kids, and perhaps we are still kids in our adult lives. Very, very nice. Awesome last design to close off the unboxing. Here are all 12 figures together. Let me know what you guys think about this set in the comments down below. Feel free to share what you think, and I read every single comment and try to reply to all of them. So yes, don't be shy. Feel free to share with me what you think about this set. It's a very interesting concept once again, always a joy to unbox Zsiga figures. This is my 3rd or 4th full set from Zsiga, so yes, I'm a really big fan of them, and I really can't wait for the next series. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye bye!